What's up, lore masters? Today we'll be breaking down the top 3 captains for the year of 2018. These are the 3 captains that are the best within Trek, at least as far as 2018 goes. This will include all of the series, even though some of you would prefer not to exist. Let's just get into it. While I could sit here and try to give you some standard by which I judge the captains, let's be honest, it really comes down to subjective opinion. So feel free to give me your thoughts on my choices and what top 3 captains you would likely choose. When taking a look at who would be in the top 3, the third best captain for 2018 is going to have to be Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Captain Jean-Luc Picard is probably the most versatile in the current lineup of captains. Both a diplomat and a tactician, he can be a very formidable adversary. The captain is an amazing orator and has helped shape what the Federation would become. Honestly, he is one of the best examples of evolved humans that I can think of. When you look at Picard in his best moments, you think about Measure of a Man, Drumhead, and even Chain of Command, where he lectures his captors on why they are torturing him and why it's never effective. His speeches and his need for people to become better than themselves is truly inspiring. But the problem with Picard is that some of the things that make him great also make him falter as well. He's pompous, arrogant at times. In Who Watches the Watchers, his near bigotry is on full display for something he doesn't believe in. He takes convincing to know that taking someone's child is wrong and that mass production of a species is slavery. Also, I don't think he was the man that was needed during the times of the Dominion War. Picard was a product of his era, a time of Starfleet pacifism. Some have called it the Golden Age. I know he was around during the Dominion War, but I can't see him doing what needed to be done or needed to be required to win it. Speaking of the Dominion War, the second best captain of 2018 can be none other than Captain Benjamin Sisko. One that is nearly unrivaled in the franchise, in my opinion at least. Captain Sisko was someone we hadn't really seen in the 24th century. He was a captain willing to get his hands dirty to do what needed to be done, a Starfleet officer who believed in the principles of the Federation, but was okay with bending them even more than other captains had. I think that he was a specialized officer that wouldn't have done well on the Enterprise, but was suited for command like that of Bajor. Though what knocks him down from the number 1 spot is, well, he's a criminal. This is controversial, but I firmly believe that what he did to the Maquis planet, and was planning to continue to do to other planets, was a high crime. One of the many times someone is utterly saved by the power of plot, Sisko really should have spent the rest of his days in a jail cell. Unlike in the Pale Moonlight, when he bombed the Maquis targets, that wasn't a justified action. Again, at least not in my opinion. And that leaves us with the top spot for number 1. I feel this one will anger quite a few people, but the best captain of 2018? Gabriel Lorca. Before the Mirror Universe arc, I think Captain Lorca probably took the best from quite a few captains. He was as brash as Captain Sisko, could be as diplomatic as Picard, and seemed to have a good smidge of Kirk in him. He really cared, or at least appeared to care, about his crew and about Starfleet. While there were dark undertones, true, he went out of his way to defend the ideals of the Federation. 2 of the best scenes was, first, the battle where he attempted to help the USS Gagarin, and then the second where he skirted an admiral's order in the episode Into the Forest I Go. In that episode, he was ordered to return to a starbase instead of helping an alien race that surely would die at the hands of the Klingons. Lorca orders the ship to enter into warp instead of using the spore drive. That'll mean that instead of getting there instantaneously, it will take hours for them to arrive. He then orders his crew to find a way to save the aliens. He follows the orders, but how he does it ensures that an alien species is saved. Honestly, what they did to him in the Mirror Universe arc is just a tragedy. And on that note, while I do think of him as one of the greatest captains before that arc, we have to include the entire body of Alpha Canon, and I think his character was completely ruined in that point. I won't have any spoilers here because you may enjoy it over me, but I think it completely annihilated the character and doesn't make a lot of sense with early Discovery. So there you have it. Those are the top 3. In first, Lorca, second, Sisko, third, Picard. I'd give honorable mentions to Kirk, Spock, and Saru, but those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, guys, remember, ultimately, we're all just stories in the end. Make yours a good one.